Hello. Oh, I can. Oh, why can I hear myself? Because it's up there. There we go. See, that's what I forgot. I was just saying when you said mute that I had the feeling I'd forgotten something, and the thing I'd forgotten was to turn my mic on. I knew there would be something. I knew there would be something. Oh well, at least we've resolved that quickly. Thank you for the follows, Winto Mutu, Muto, and Retro iPhoto. Thank you very much. Thanks for the host, Andy, and thank you very much for the resub treat on this glorious Thursday evening. Tonight we're going to be looking at code and trying to remove 1 byte. We're going to spend the entire stream to try and reduce something by 1 byte. No, we're not really. We're not really. I've had enough of that today. I spent far too long looking at that. 59 though, guys. 59 is the target to beat. 59 bytes is the target. I think I can get it down to 57, but I just can't figure out how at the moment. But there's an area of the code which is absolutely right for kind of reducing. I think I can get it down to 57. So I will give it another try probably tomorrow a little bit. But I've done nothing else that I wanted to do assembly wise today, so except that. So I should probably pull away from it so I don't waste more time, and I've got plenty of things that I do want to do, so get on with those. Okay, so tonight I wanted to do I've been calling the mace. Don't know why I've been calling it the mace. I think maybe Andy called it the mace once, and it's kind of stuck with me. Let me just show you the weapon I'm on about, and then I will add some points and start the quizzes for you guys. It's called the skinny thingy. I've got to find somewhere that actually, yeah, this has it. Okay. Let's just skip ahead to where it's actually collected. So it's the only power up we haven't enabled, which is up here, or the only power up that doesn't have an icon anyway. It's this one here, which is just an empty circle, but you can see how it spawns this kind of drone which flies around the player. And it leaves a trail as well. So at first I was thinking about this and thinking maybe I can't do the trail, maybe the trail's too much. But the more I think about it, the more I think, yeah, actually I can do the trail. Thanks, Jack Skater, for the follow, appreciated. And it's actually not that complicated how to do the trail, so we're gonna do that tonight. It's a very basic version of the trail, but it will be a trail nonetheless. So. Oh, this spinny thingy. I see. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a go at this tonight. So you'll notice there's a few properties it has. Firstly, it doesn't collide with the background at all. It can destroy things though, so it can if it touches a mine or anything like that, it can blow it up. So you see here when the player goes in, you can actually use it to kind of clear barrels and spikes and stuff. It also changes direction of rotation based on which way you're facing. So it rotates clockwise when you're facing right and counterclockwise when you're facing left. And the trail does not continue moving. The trail is static trail. So if you move while you're making a trail, you'll make a kind of spiral pattern. And we all like spirals, don't we? Anti-clockwise, counterclockwise. What's the difference? It mean the same thing. Oh, it's the do you know it's an Americanism, isn't it? Trigger word, yeah. But yeah, you can see it actually does make a spiral as the player moves. So, and the other thing to note as well is that the sprite moves in front of everything, so we've no need to mask it at all. It moves so quickly; it doesn't need an outline on it or anything. It just needs to do what it's doing now as a single white sprite. um, and just kind of rotate around the player. So we'll start by enabling the power up and creating the sprite, and then we'll move into generating a trail around the generating the path around the player, making sure it moves the right way, left and right. Uh, uh, depending on which direction which it's rotating. And then we'll add the trail. So to do the trail actually is going to be quite simple. At first I was thinking, oh, this is impossible, but we're going to use a technique that it's used in quite a few games. A very notable version of it is in Mayhem in Monsterland. When Mayhem runs and then stops, there's a smoke trail behind the player, and that smoke trail consists of about 4 sprites, I think. But those sprites are never on the screen at the same time. It's only ever one sprite at a time. So we're just going to alternate each frame and just going to alternate which part of the trail we show. Because the trail fades out fairly quickly, we can flicker it. Flickering is not a problem. It's not meant to be something tangible. It's supposed to be something kind of quite faint. So but the fact that it flickers is going to be all right. And we're going to flicker it probably every 4 frames as well, so there'll be 4 sprites that follow it around, and basically all we're going to do is we're just going to use the previous position to place a sprite down, and then we're just going to work our way through that. So right, let me add some points to you guys and start the quiz. Oh, don't care about that now. Yeah, I'm on the quiz. I'm on the quiz, don't worry. So there we go, there's the points for you all, and here comes the quizzes, starting with Spectrum tonight. Okay, so we need to get these sprites and we need to figure out what this sprite looks like. It should be easy enough to pull it out of. In fact, did I? I don't think I stored all this. No, I haven't stored. Do you know what? I need to take these sprites from Cecconoid and store them in an sprite file that I can then just keep opening instead of doing this all the time. Oh, what is that? That looks familiar. That does look very familiar. Yeah, I would have said little computer people as well, actually, but apparently not. So it's a tricky one. It'd be interesting to know what this is. Wait, what? What? Hang on. SP said the Goonies and it didn't pick that up. Why? Okay, let me check the thing for that. So SP, you should have got that. So apologies. Unfortunately, I can't award points retroactively, so but I will try and fix that for next time. It does happen now and again that sometimes these things get missed. I do go through thousands of. See, it was on Spectrum, wasn't it? Oh god damn it! It's not in that, is it? It's in. God, this is such a mess. Such a mess. Oh, it says the Goonies. Oh, maybe. Hang on. Are any of the things working? Hey, Goblin Prince, welcome. Did everybody's bets go through then? Oh yeah, okay. So bets went through. I don't know what's going on there then. Because according to this, it should have picked up. So it's there is a Goonies 2 in there. Goonies is there as well, but the Goonies should have picked up as well. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why that didn't work. So strange one. We'll have to see on the net. In fact, let me just stop and restart the races. Just want to see if it's broken or not. So Hopefully somebody can get this one. Okay, so while that's trying out, oh, somebody's got to get this, surely. So it does work. Okay, good. I'm glad somebody fell for the Gran Turismo trick as well. I did think that when I was putting it, I thought somebody's going to guess Gran Turismo 1 and hack my finger and spell it wrong anyway. Oh, Mythical Duck spelled it wrong. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so we're looking for the art for this. Textures, game. There we go. Right. Cool. Here we go. Right. So I'm going to save this so we've got this as a record for later on. Got to be careful not to go into the challenge folder here, so you'd see what everyone's got. Take my time. Hang on. 1 second, guys. Okay, let's save that there. Now, which one is the actual? Is it this thing here? I probably shouldn't have closed that video, should I? God damn, it's really warm again in here. Okay. Trying to see a good pause of it. Okay. So it's like uh uh oh yeah, that's DDR is so DDR is what I'm ordering for the next giveaway. So just to go back to that, yeah, that'd be really good. 5 sprites, that'd be really awesome. Maybe I'll do a double giveaway one weekend. The more of these boards we can get out to developers, the better, really. So I did get this board working this week. But yeah, I will be using the DDR ones in the next kind of next giveaway, just because they're slightly more up to date. And even though everything works on here, it's the bit streams seem to be being made for the DDR version, so they have to be specially compiled for this. Which is fine. I mean, they will do it, but also the DDR ones are the only ones I can get in the UK. So I also 3D printed a little case for this today. It's not the best 3D print in the world. I think it's a little bit. It's not really suited for a resin printer very well. But it's now in a little plastic box with Mega 65 written on the front. So I'll be doing I'll be giving these away like this, basically, in these boxes. You can see there's a few issues with emulsification. The little white marks are where the resin's emulsified. It happens sometimes on some builds. But yeah, and there's a top that goes on it as well. Can I change the lights, making me strobe? Oh, the background light. Oh, why am I strobing? That is weird. Hang on. I might have a weird set. I'm drinking cider tonight as well. Not that that's making me strobe. Yeah, I am strobing. What's that about? Okay, that's weird. Okay, give me a sec. I'm not sure why that's happening. There's some interference coming from somewhere. Uh, Makes me look weird, actually. Yeah, I'd like to get rid of it though. It's a bit frustrating. No idea what's causing it there. Uh, Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's doing that. Um, I don't think it's the lights though. Let's turn the lights off. Yeah, it's not the lights. Something to do with the exposure or something. I'll just overexpose it. There you go. It's just gonna be really bright. So something not quite right with it. I'm not sure what it is. I'll check it out later. But actually, it seems like the frame rate's really low on it as well. Sorry, guys. I do want to sort this out because that's kind of bugging me that now. Let me try changing the resolution a bit. Hang on. Sometimes different resolutions have different effects. Try that, and then I'll knock the exposure down because I look jaundiced on that. No, it's still there. There's obviously some kind of power line interference or something. I don't know what it is. Yeah, sorry guys. I don't know what's doing that. I'll check it out later. It probably just needs unplugging and replugging in or something like that. But I'm not going to do. I'm not going to mess around with that right now. Okay. Just looking for this. Is it that? No, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is that, isn't it? But without the black bits on the edges. Yeah, it is. It's this. Okay. So it's this, but without these bits here. there we go. Okay, so that's what I need to recreate in the sprite editor. Yeah, there is, but it didn't have any effect, so I don't know why it's doing that. There must be a power cable or something near it. I'm not going to mess with it now. I'll check it after stream. It could be anything. Let's try turning on some things that might normally be on. I'm going to blame it on the MacBook. I've got the MacBook on my desk here, so I'm going to blame it on that. If in doubt, just blame Apple. It's usually Apple's fault anyway, so. Okay, so yeah, so we've got perfect amount of room here to put some stuff in. I am going to use. Okay, so that is our mask. This we don't even need anymore, so we can probably use that. So let's in fact, yeah, let's go ahead and use this one here, so we can confirm if it's been used or not. So first of all, let's just clear it. Now we're only interested in the white pixels here. The black pixels don't matter. The black pixels. Oops. The black pixels you don't see, so you're only going to see the white one. The only time you would normally see the black pixels is if it goes over the background, but I'm not really that bothered about that. You'll still know it's moved so quickly. You'll know it's there anyway. So it's not like you need the shadow over things. Let's work from here. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 pixels in is the first blob. So, and then 4 pixels blob. Okay. I'm not going to center it. I'm just going to keep everything to the top left. It just makes the calculations easier later on. I'm just going to work through. I really wish you could copy paste into here. I don't think you can, but let me just double check that actually, just in case you can. It'd be really annoying if you could. Fairly certain you can't though. Yeah, I mean, there's no options for pasting that data type in, so. Okay, so that's that piece done here now. That's the next bit down there. Okay. How's everybody's day been today? Has anybody else been racking their brains over the competition? In fact, I know a few of you have. I'm kind of worried about these challenges. I wasn't expecting it to be so addictive, but it's incredibly addictive trying to get that thing to go. Hey, crap ball player. I know. Could one level have a spiral background with hugely optimized code? No reason for asking. Yeah, the challenge. I kind of avoided it because I knew I'd get sucked into it a little bit, but then I got sent a couple, and I was just looking through at the tricks, and I think, oh, there's some pretty clever tricks in there. And so I thought it started with just trying to optimize one, because I looked at it and thought, oh, I could optimize that, I think. So I optimized it. I was like, yeah, I can optimize it. And then I got sucked into it even more. And now it's not even, I mean, it's just my own kind of huge, crazy mess now. So, um, I think that's right. Yeah, that looks right. It looks weird, but it's right. Yeah, it is. It's right. Okay. Cool. So yeah, tonight I'm drinking these again. Kind of getting into these at the moment. Did Andy send you the latest maps? No, it hasn't yet. Hasn't yet. I've still got stuff I can do, but yeah, it would be good to get those maps as well. Could you command it for something else? Okay, I think that's right anyway. So that's what we're going to use for that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create something along the lines of these sprites here, which are almost impossible to see. In fact, they're not even sprites. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press oops, a couple of sprites here. In fact, I'm going to do 3. So I'm going to use this section down here. So I'm going to create 3 sprites here. And basically they need to be about the same size as this. Oops. Wait, why did that? That's weird. There we go. Yeah, okay. Because this is where it's coming from. And then I need to just basically turn them into a field of dots instead. So just removing kind of pieces of it. Until what I have left is something relatively random looking. Okay, like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that to this one. And now I'm just going to can I rotate it just a little bit? Let's not do it like that then. Like so. So all I've done here is rotated it a little bit. But now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove even more. So I'm going to make it a little bit more sparse. A bit more like that. There we go. And then in this one, even less. So maybe like 3 or something left. So there we go. We've got kind of particles that kind of fade out. So this is going to be our fade out. So you've been using CBM PRG Studio to make a PRG and CPRG size. I couldn't comment on either of those. I don't use those at all. I don't find, for me, I can't get on with it at all. I prefer IDs that I'm used to. Okay, so we've got a couple of new sprites in here. Again, everything, I'm trying to keep everything in here permanent to in here, with the exception of Zub, which I think I'm going to move out to a new section. But everything in this area is going to be always available. Everything down here can be redrawn on the fly as needed, and we will be redrawing on the fly. So let me save that project. Okay, so first thing I want to do is just make sure that nothing has broken now with me changing those sprites like so. Why is it not? Oh, because I've got to enable the joysticks. There we go. It's weird because the joystick doesn't. Oh, because I've got to go off the screen. You don't use the fire button in the game, but you would use it to start the game. You use the other. Well, you can use the fire button, but you tend to use the other stick instead. Okay. So what we're missing is this sprite here. So we need to draw something for that. I think we've already got something for that. So let's make that appear. I've just got to remember how this works now. So let me just get another layout sorted. Let's see. So where is the button? Right. Okay. There's a constants file, I believe. Yeah. Let's put this over here because I think this has got the power. So yeah, power up mace. So there is this power up mace 09 here. Which we need to register on that screen. So we need to find that screen. Hang on, just let me okay, screens are in here. What was the screen number? Can you see? Screen number 01. Okay, so screen, not the, I need the code, don't I? Not that. Screen one code. Okay, persist. So it's this bit here, screens, here we go. Okay, so it is registering power up mace here. But we're not seeing that frame when it displays. Okay, so let's go and have a look at power ups. Has to be something for that, which there is. And we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 would be here. 58, 59, 5A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so we should see 9 sprites in the sprite sheet. 3, 6, 9. Okay, cool. So we should see the empty thing there. Just to confirm, I got your message, 5 sprites as well, and that seriously, thank you very, very much. That it's all in aid of getting more and more people on the Mega 65. So thank you very much for that donation. So it may be a double giveaway at some point, or I may do a Digilink giveaway for one of these boards 1 month, as well as a normal kind of prize for those that aren't interested in the Mega 65 stuff. Either way, it helps out. So thank you very much. Thanks for the host, by the way, Fitzmaster. I missed that one. It was ages ago, but I appreciated it, of course. Okay, so I think now that should give us the right icon here, but we won't enter any correct mode or anything, but we should at least see the correct icon when we start. So Cool. So the right icon is there. And it seems weird that it is an empty icon, but it's the right one. Also, I'm going to keep an eye on this screen as well for good star patterns. When we see a good star pattern here, we're going to copy that pattern out. So I'm actually, while I think about this, I'm going to keep the code for that screen open. And these values here, basically. Is it these ones? I think it is those. Those are the only randoms, aren't they, in here? And what's this bit here? Oh, that's positioning as well. Okay, we can work that out when we get to it, but should be able to get these random numbers here at least. So if we see a good star pattern, I'm going to make a note of the numbers that make up that star pattern so I can replicate it. Bit of Turrican. Good choice, Mythical Duck. Very good choice. It's the original title music, of course, on the C64. Very good. Chris Hulsbeck. Okay, so if we pick up the mace, we need to change some properties. So player is going to have a set of properties which tell us which weapon it's got. Actually, it just says player weapon strength. It doesn't say which kind of weapon we've got. So let's just see where that's updated. Okay, that's not updated there. So it's checking power ups here. Okay, it's not updated there either. It's interesting. Update power ups. Move to player. Are we touching? Okay, here we have grabbed the power up. Consume power up. Consume power up. Okay, so it's this bit here. Okay, it's kind of easy. Load weapon chars. Load weapon chars. Load weapon chars. Okay, so this loads the correct weapon into place. Doesn't actually seem to store that anywhere, but we probably should be doing that. Doesn't matter for now because we've not got anything we can kill, but we will need something here, like so. This is going to be really simple. So this is just going to be mace, and this is going to be power up mace here, like so. And if we have the mace, then we are going to load 01, and we're just going to put it in here. Player has mace. Nice and simple. We could be more efficient with these and use bits in stuff somewhere, but the effort it takes to do that is just not worth it, really. Especially when we're dealing with cartridge, we loading stuff from cartridge makes a lot of this unnecessary anyway. So just let me put that over there. Oh, I did get. It's my stack of FDS games. And again, I have no idea what any of them are. It's really hard to tell, but I've now got plenty of discs. So okay, player has mace. All right, so okay, cool. So it's that simple, and we've enabled the mace. Now what I want to do is I want to have a look at this first free sprite thing. So because what I want to do is I want to reserve a couple of sprites for. Actually, I don't even need to really reserve. Oh, actually, I will though. Yeah, I will. Okay. So according to this, we are actually reserving 3 sprites here. I don't know how many of them we're actually using. But I guess it's not. Oh, main ship. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, this is the player. Okay. See, there's no 0 here, so 0 would probably be the mace, and then we can make sprite 2, which I don't think is being used either. Let's have a look. 8 plus 2. Yeah, it's not being used anywhere. There's one in the init up here. I don't know what this is about, but I don't think that's important. Oh, passable. Oh, passable areas. Okay. So we do use sprite 0 because we need to draw that on top of the player, so it has to be at sprite 0. So this is the reason that's there is specific to making this work. So we need to use sprite 2 and 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to advance this to 4, meaning all new multiplex sprites as they added to the screen start a multiplex index 4, and we'll use sprites 2 and 3 to display the mace if necessary. With sprite 2 being the mace and sprite 3 being the tail, so to speak. Commodore 64 game coming up. Good luck. Blimey, that was quick. Who got that? Mythical Duck. Bravo, very fast. I still haven't done the AMK points or the quiz kind of fastest finger kind of leaderboard as well. Which I could have probably done today if I hadn't been so sidetracked by that goddamn challenge. Okay. Okay. So with that in mind, what we need to do is we need in our player update function or player draw function. It really doesn't matter which one it is. Probably update is probably slightly better. See, where is the player update? Control init, fire control, pickups, exhaust. I mean, okay. It kind of needs to be before pickups because let's have a look. So we've got player init in here, then it goes player control, fire control, exhaust. Okay, fine. Player pickups here. And actually, I'm going to do it around the exhaust point because by this time it really doesn't matter that much. Whereas this stuff kind of needs to happen fairly soon, fairly early on. So I'm going to stick it in between here as well. So I'm just going to call it Mace Update. And rather than put the condition around it here, which we probably could do just for neatness sake, though, I'm not going to put it in there. I'm going to put the condition in here. So I'm going to put I'm going to do it here. And we're going to start by player has mace. Cool. All right. So if we've got the mace, what we need to do is we need to take our player position and we need to add some values to it. So we need to work out how many values. So first thing to do is work out how fast it needs to rotate because this is going to update every 50th of a second. So we need to work out how quickly that thing goes around. So let's take a quick look. So 1, 2, 3. So it's less than a second. So hang on, let me get a clock up. Oh God, how do you get a clock nowadays? So I'm going to time how long it takes to do 10 revolutions. So 2, 3, 4. No, see, it's reversing directions, which is confusing. Okay. No, I need to stop doing different directions. So it's about 5 revolutions took about 3.5 seconds, which makes oops. 0.7 seconds per frame. So we times that by 50, 35. So if we do 32 stages of revolution, that's a nice round number, and will fit perfectly. So, okay. So we're going to have 2 tables, and we're going to use a circle equation. So the circle equation is quite simple. Given a center of 0, 0, then your x position, your x offset from the center, is your radius times the sine of the angle, basically, and your y position is the radius times the cosine of the angle. That's it. That's how you draw a circle, basically, and then you just go from 0 to 360. So looking at the thing here, let's give it a pause quickly. Let's try and get it level with us. So given this sprite is 16 wide, I'd say the center of these two are probably about 32 apart. I'd say they're 2 sprites apart. So our radius is 32. And so the angles are quite easy. So in other words, to do X, what we need to do is we need to do fill 32 because we want 32 steps. And this will be sine something times 32. And this will be the same cosine. That should give us these 2 values here. And so the sine here is going to be, oops, keep putting my phone into weird modes. There we go. Okay, so the sine here, easiest way to do this is I is going to give us a value from 0 to 32. So then we divide that by 32, it gives a value from 0 to 1. And because I don't trust Kick Assembler and its parentheses kind of order, bracket order, I'm going to put the next bit outside of it, which is times pi times 2. Because angles are done in radians, usually in a programming. I'm actually going to put that together so you can tell it's 2 pi. And there are 2 pi radians in a circle. So radians is just angles of a circle represented as fractions of pi, basically, or multiples of pi. It's pretty easy, really. The best way to think about it, I think, is with a sine wave. So if you look at a sine wave spends half of its time above the line and the other half below the line. So if you think of the bit above as pi has a length of pi, and the bit below has a length of pi. That's the wavelength of a sine wave. A sine wave represented in radians, so has a wavelength of pi. Has a wavelength of 2 pi. Sorry. So there you go. So that will give us the values that we need. Or the other way to think about it is as a circle. If you draw a complete circle, you move through either 360 degrees or 2 pi radians. Okay, so now what we can do is we can add these values. Now, one thing is we're going to need to add negative values to an x, and that's a bit problematic. But we'll do that we'll do the y first. So we're going to take, this is our player. Position 1 is our player. So we're going to take our data from here. So this is our player. We have mace index and mace direction, which for now I'm just going to set to 0, 1, but this will change depending on which way we're facing. Floating point mass, I'll stick to 360 degrees for now. It actually makes a lot of the algebra around circles and angles a lot easier if you think in radians rather than it actually removes pi from the equation, and in a lot of places it cancels out. So that's why it's good to use, and that's why it is used. It depends. I guess it depends if you do a lot of kind of linear algebra and use trigonometry, and you do kind of solving trigonometric equations, then it can make sense to kind of think of it in terms of pi. But then again, usually you're not dealing with values for the angles. You're dealing just with theta or something for an angle. The symbol representing the angle anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But then if you do put values in, you can start factoring things out quite easily. Anyway, get distracted. Okay, so what we'll do here is we're going to load actually we're going to do it like no. Yeah, I'll do it like this. Okay, so this is incrementing our mace index. This is what's going to make it fly around the player. So update mace angle. Basically, this is the angle of the. In fact, let's call it angle, mace angle, because that makes more sense, I think. And then we're going to transfer that into the X register, and then we're going to use that here. So what we're going to do here is we're then going to add mace offset Y, X, and then we're going to store that at 2. Yeah, okay. So that's the so that's the Y position. Now to do the X position, there's 2 ways we can do this. Either we can have another table here, which has the values, the upper values of these, because if it's negative, it will be FF. If it's positive, it will be 0. Or an easy way to do this is to let's just look at it from let's build the equation first. So what do? We take a player X position, we add the mace offset X and store that here. We've also got like so the MSB, which if we're adding a positive value, we add 0, but if we're not, we add FF instead here. So what I like to do here is bit of self mod code, like so. Um, just do it with the Y register, like so, right? And then I'm going to grab this value here. We're going to add it slightly the other way around. So I'm going to load this value here. And if it's positive, we're going to jump to here. Otherwise, we're going to load Y with FF. And then that gets added here. So we'll either add 0 or it will add FF. And then here instead, we can just do add the multiplexer value on. And that should solve our issue there and allow us to do both directions. The only other thing we need to do, of course, if we've got the mace, is we need to make sure that it's active. So we need to put the correct frame in there as well. So we also need to add what's the frame number here? I don't know. So if this is 50 something, this is 50, this is 40, so this is 41. So 41. Store that there. And the only thing we need to do is we need to make sure that if we do not have the mace, so this bit here, that we store FF in the position. That just makes sure that we can't see it. So okay, let's give that a try. I think this should work, but it's an awful lot of code without actually running it, which is always a bit scary. So again, we're going to keep an eye on the stars there. I'm going to see if the stars are worthy of recording. And why is that not loading? Because there is an error. The error is, oh, did I add mod? Oh, I did it like that. It shouldn't be like that. It should be like that. So you can't use self-modifying code with these reusable labels. They have to be kind of static labels like that. Go. What happened then? Oh, I've still got something wrong. Store player has mace. Oh, player underscore has mace, of course. There we go. Where's my phone going mental? Okay. Right, let's give it a try. Okay, so I have to go off screen first to activate the kind of passable area. Just a restriction of the way the code is set to load screens. Those stars still look a little bit too patterny for my liking. And there we go. We have it spinning around us. It seems to be moving at the right speed. Cool. Okay. Now, how we're going to manage this trail is it's going to take a bit of experimentation, I think, because I was just thinking about it, and I don't think it's going to work just being alternating between a couple of different sprites, because yeah, I don't know how it's going to work actually. I've got an idea. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to have mace trail. And there's going to be a mace trail X and a mace trail Y and a mace trail. Right. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to fill this with 8 values, I think, in here. to make this work. Actually, 8, 9 values will work. Now they're just going to be zeros. Okay. The maze trail index. Okay, so what's going to happen is whenever the mace is drawn like this, we're also going to save the same data to somewhere in this index here as well. So I probably don't want to use this Y here. I probably want to use... I'm going to use X instead here. Wait, hang on. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to use X there. And that way I can use Y down here. So somewhere else. So we update the mace angle. Then we're also going to grab trail index. And this is the current position that we're going to update here. So yeah, gonna have to think about this a little bit, but should work, I think. Oh god damn it, my seat's really uncomfortable today. I've just been sat in it too long. I might take a break in a second. Open that door. It's pretty warm in here. Yeah, in fact, I'll do that. I'll take a quick break and then we'll do this. So I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. I'll leave you with the quizzes and such. See you in 5 minutes. Be right back. That's the right button. There we go. All right, I'm back. Oh, Diddy Kong Racing. Oh, let me stop the break. There was one more quiz coming up. Diddy Kong Racing. Sean will be annoyed he missed that. Oh, and another N64. It's typical when he's not here that he gets the games come up that he wants. Very good. I had a feeling it was that. I was waiting for somebody to guess that, so well done. Two very well-known games as well he's missed out on there. Oh, do you know, I've got to tell him that now. Is he around? Yeah, he is. He's going to kill himself for this. Kick himself for this. Diddy Kong Racing and Golden Eye. There you go. He'll be upset by that now. Right. Okay, so the trail. So what we're going to do for this? Okay. So first of all, we need to store. We've got the trail index here, so we need to store our X and our Y in the maze trail. So our Y is here, so we can store that at maze trail Y, comma Y. there needs to be an MSB here as well, doesn't there? Oops. Mr. X, comma. Okay. Y, there we go. And we'll do the same on the MSB here as well. Okay, so now we know that there is something to display here. And trail frame will put 0 in here. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip these around, so like so. We'll go backwards through these. Not that it makes much difference anyway, but there we go. So we're going to start at 2 and work our way backwards from this. Okay, cool. That's, god damn it. So, okay. So that's kind of, that set up the display of that 1. But now what we need to do is we need to increase the trail index so that the next one gets displayed in a different place. It's a maximum of 9. Otherwise, we reset back to 0. Oh my god. Okay, so that's mace trail index. Now, this is just going to be basically creating a record of where the sprites were. Now we need to actually display a sprite. And what we're going to do is we're going to go backwards through this list. So the display index is here. I'm going to start at 9 here. I'm going to work my way back to the list. Frame I'm going to set to FF. So if the frame is negative, we're not going to display it. And we're going to work our way backwards through the list like this. Actually, we can start at 0, it really doesn't matter. Thank you for the resub, bad boy, Licorice. See, I always remember that one. And welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. It's relatively warm actually Thursday evening. I don't know what it's like outside, but it's very warm in here. Okay, so now to display the trail. So now display trail. So we're only going to use 1 sprite to display this trail. What we're going to do is we're going to is this too long? Maybe it should only be 3. Do with 9. We'll mess around with the values anyway. Okay, so now we're going to take our maze trail display index. Maze display index. And we're going to start by checking the frames. So we're going to load mace trail frame Y. And if that's minus, put the decrease Y there like that. So if this value is minus, we're going to jump to here. Now, as long as the mace is displaying, at least 1 frame will not be minus. So this won't be an infinite loop. So it's fine to do this. It looks like it would be an infinite loop, but it's not going to be because at least one of them will be displaying. So if we do get one that is displaying, then we can store the one that we're going to display in here. It's ready to go next time. It'll decrease on the next one. The other thing we need to do here is if this number is minus, then we need to refetch here. If this number is minus, then we need to reset it back to 8. It will be based on. Should probably make a constant here. So trail size equals 9. And that way I can fill these in down here like this. There we go. Saves us kind of going through that. There we go. And that's going to make sure that we loop around as we're picking. Have you played Mr. Gimmick on the Famicom? No, I haven't got it, but I've seen it. It's one of the most expensive games as well to find the originals. Anyway, you can get copies, but I'm just gonna save it onto one of my discs. I've got an EverDrive coming as well, so I can always put it on that. But yeah, I haven't had a time to hit stream in a while, so I thought I'd pop in. Thank you, and welcome. Just trying the PC. I've got the Famicom there. I'll try on that. Might as well try on the real thing. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I've got the EverDrive coming in a couple of days, so may as well play the real thing on the real machine. Okay, so now we've got an index. So now what I need to do is I need to load the values from that. So base trail X, Y, and store that. So these are basically going to go into these positions, but at position 3, like so. Oops. So and the other thing we need to do here is we need to set the frame. So the way this is going to work is quite simple. We're going to take this frame number here, which is actually already in the accumulator at this point. So I think what I'm going to do is do the rest of the stuff here. So so that's actually going to go at, oops, wrong thing. But it needs a value added into it. So there is an offset for this. So, and that offset is going to be, well, this is 405051. Oh, wait, hang on. 234, no. There we go. So actually it's 5, 5. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 5. So, oh, why has it switched to the... I think I might need to turn the UK keyboard settings off soon because I've kind of got used to the American ones now. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. The thing is, as well, is the what do you mean? Hopefully not from EU. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. It is from the EU. Well, it's from Ukraine, so I think I'll still get stung with it. Yeah, the import duties at the moment are really pissing me off, which is another reason I'm switching to the DDR board instead of this. So this was from America. This is the non-DDR board, which is perfectly fine. It works and everything. But the the DDR boards are the only ones I can get in the UK. My other drive is from Ukraine. Um, okay, so store the frame here, and then what I need to do is decrease that value here. Actually, I don't think I can decrease comma y. I think I can decrease comma x, but I don't think I can decrease comma y. Just have a look. Decrease. No, I can only decrease comma x. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. All I need to really do is load the value, decrease it. Oh my god, fair enough. So there you go. And that all this does is on the next frame, it will use the next frame down, and then eventually it will have a negative frame value, so it won't get picked up by this. Okay, let's give that a try. I have no idea if this is going to work or look good. We shall see. Sometimes it's a happy accident and things look great. All the times, not so much. So that's what it looks like at the moment. It still doesn't look bad. I mean, just on its own, it looks kind of okay. What are you doing a poll about? Suspicious now. You'll see, I'm sure. The side is giving me hiccups. There is a little bit of a glitch as it goes into that screen, which is a bit frustrating. Okay, let's move on to this screen and see what the hell's going on. Okay, that's not working, is it? For a start, the sprite itself is disappearing, so I think I've done something wrong with the 3322. Okay. So just get rid of the trail a second. Well, it was working without the trail, wasn't it? But let's just try. See, it was a bit of a shot in the dark whether that was going to work, because I realised as I was doing it, it's probably not going to work perfect. So, have you heard of Just Eat? I get a free Just Eat tomorrow. I've got quite a long work meeting, and they've arranged for free Just Eats for the participants, which is pretty good. Andy said you hadn't heard of them steps, but I said you've only just got moving pictures, so you can't expect too much from you. Oh yeah, that's interesting. That is very interesting. I don't know what the hell's going on there. So it only seems to be showing on half of it, which is it to do with? Oh, it's to do with this, maybe. No, I think I screwed things up when I did this, basically. It seems to be to do with this thing here. Oh yeah, it's this. All right. It's because this condition is happening based on this instead of this. So it's easy enough. I can just do. Yeah, that should do it. Because we want this to be based on this, not this X here. So it's a bit strange having that compare in there. It's very Z80 like to do that, but I suppose I should vote. I mean, I voted before I read the options fully, so I feel gutted now. It's good to know that 80% of my viewers live in Cornwall, though. They lie. I suspect they lie. I don't even think there's 8 people in Cornwall. Certainly not 8 people with the internet. Oh, that star pattern's not bad, actually, but it's still not perfect. Okay, it's going round again properly now. Okay, good. Okay, let's put the trail back in. This time I'm going to put the trail to 3. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to leave it on. No, God, I don't know what to do here. Let's re-enable the trail and then let's play around with some values. I kind of want this to work with one sprite. I don't want to have to use more than one sprite. That's a bad sign if I need to do that. Yeah, that's not working, is it? It's only displaying one of the sprites. The rest aren't showing because by the time it gets back round to them again, they've been revisited and gone. So try reducing the trail length down. See if that makes a difference. Let's try reducing the trail to 3. See what happens. Might have to have a rethink about this. It's a bit of a shame. See, now what I get is okay, actually this might work. So what I'm going to do, haha. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're only going to add a trail particle. Which is this bit here. Okay. I'm going to add a +1 in here because we're going to use the last position in here to store a value, and that's going to be if Hang on, Warlock. Maybe just a short trial. Yeah, I'm just trying to. Yeah, I'll work it out. I think it's just the timing of it is not quite right. What was that you said about net play for the Saturday game? I haven't really thought about it yet. It's something I was potentially going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do it this Saturday or not, but there's a small chance I may. There's a small chance I may actually do some testing online on a Saturday with you guys. So in this case, I'm only going to record every other one. I think that might help. It's just a matter of kind of playing around with it. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Thalamus. How's the level readjustment going for this? So we're probably getting to the point where we could start putting levels in. I mean, I've done the kind of static stuff for this screen, but I don't want to do too many things like this because they might depend on certain sizes of screens and stuff. Oh no, that didn't work. Right. What have I missed? I've missed something here, haven't I? Chance out there. Damn it. +1, +1, +1. Yeah. Right. Oh, actually, did I do Mace Trail Index? Okay, it's re-grabbed again here anyway. Okay, cool. I mean, I think what I'm going to do on the next stream anyway is the laser. I've got an idea, a sneaky idea how to do the laser. So, okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, no huge rush for it at all. I've got so much stuff on at the moment. It's fine. But if you do have something, that'd be great. Even if it's just some of the screens that we can begin kind of adding the proper stuff into. Yeah, it's been crazy, to be honest. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. Okay, it just needs a tiny bit more spacing out, so I'm just gonna change this to so if it's equal to 0, yeah, okay, that should do it. So 75% of my viewers claim that they live in Cornwall. Thanks for the resub, Mike. Appreciate it. I think I said that, but never mind. Thank you anyway. Thank you again. I hope you're doing well, Mike. So I pressed the right buttons. This game has been a lot of fun so far. I've enjoyed it. It's been some interesting challenges in it. It's been one of those games where it could quite easily have just been thrown together with a standard kind of screen switch mechanic, and things could have been done very simple, no particles and things. But I like the fact that the challenge is there to try and get those things in, and I think it looks pretty good because see that star pattern's horrible. Yeah, there's definitely some star patterns that work better than others. So. Okay, that's crashing. Okay, why is that crashing? Let's have a look. Okay, there's no reason why that should crash. At least not from the change I just made. Let me try that again. I don't trust that result for some reason. Shine is big in Cornwall. Who loves our tractors and pasties? Tractors, pasties, and surfing, and cream tea and scones. So there's quite a lot of good stuff in Cornwall, to be fair. Cornish pasties are the best as well. Oh god, now I want Cornish pasty and gravy. That's what I really want. Scones more Devon. Why is that freezing there? That's a weird one. Oh. This is our infinite loop that's happening there. Because our trail is happens less often than the size of our trail. So if we make our trail size 4, we should not have a problem with this. who are kung fu? Hey Scott Knows, welcome. Oh no, why is it still freezing? Hang on, let me think about this. So we've got 4. The index changes each time. Okay, maybe I need a separate timer for this then. So okay, so that's here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take. Oops. Not there. And then if this is negative, it goes to 2, goes to 1, go to 0. Yeah, so if this is negative, so if this is positive actually, um, normal here. And then I think that can be moved to 2 like that. I'm not sure now. Let's just try it anyway, see what happens. I had fully intended today to do quite a bit of work on my parallax engine stuff. I just ended up spending all my time on that freaking challenge. So annoying. The next one should be a little bit less all consuming than this one, because it's going to be it's not going to be get the lowest. It's just going to be beat. There's going to be a bar that's going to be set, and if you achieve it within that many bytes or many cycles, whatever it may be, I'm not sure what it's going to be. Then you'll be entered into the prize draw. Because I don't think I can handle this every month. It would be too much for me. Oh, yeah, there may be a cycle challenge. Interesting. What's that game? That looks familiar. That's why it looks familiar. Well done, SP. I'm used to seeing the desert level on that. That's why it was confusing me a little bit. Oops. Okay, I mean, let's just slow it down. I want to have a look what's going on here. It's like it's not showing any of the other frames. Okay, let's start by making it show all of the frames the same, because maybe there's a problem with the frame value that's shown. So this value here. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load the value 55, 56, 57 in here. Let's store that, and then that will be stored. This is decreasing the frame and storing it, so that's fine. We only display every other or so should be all right. I feel like we also need to just check with, is it this one here, that we break out of this if we get too high. So we're using X here. No, we're not using it till down here. Okay, so this is just going to make sure that we break out of this routine if we can't display anything. So it's just going to count how many times we go through this, and if we go through it, if we've gone through the whole trail and we haven't found anything to display, it will just break out, and that should stop us having those hang issues, which is good because you if you can avoid a piece of code that could potentially hang, even if you think it won't, then it's better to do that. So. Now, now I'm not even getting the proper intro. What's going on here? What? Oh, well, this is the yeah. I was going to say this is the really long Delta tune, isn't it? It goes on forever. See another example of bad stars. They're very far too symmetrical. Okay, so now it's displaying the same sprite in all places, but you can see it's not quite right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around with this value here. So it's this second value here, which is the time between updates, basically. And remember, it's 32 all the way round, so 4 is going to be like an eighth of the distance around. Oops. Gotta get it right. Gotta get it right. I don't care if this takes the rest of the stream to do. I will get it right. I should maybe just make it start on that screen, but no, it's still not working for some reason. It's only ever showing. Slow it down. I'm trying to work out what it's showing here. It's displaying the one directly behind it, but then it's never displaying the next one. Is it because I'm going the wrong way through the things? Let me try going the other way through them. Okay, so this is our trail index that we advance through. And this is the trail. Oh, that's the frame. Oh, wait, display index. Is that we're never changing that, are we? Wait. Hang on. Oh no, this is going backwards through them. So let's go forwards through them instead. It's because it's rotating around. It's hard to get an idea of what needs to happen here, and I think it's going to have to flip the other way as well when you're going the other way. So it may have to have a different thing for each direction, which is just going to make things even more confusing. Oops. Yeah, so even without the other levels, we've still got plenty of stuff that, yeah, it's not working that way at all. So there's the lasers on the screen. There's also kind of the Robotron areas and the swarm as well. There's little things that are not quite generic, but um, they're kind of global enough that they need to be done regardless of what screen we're on. Okay, so I didn't work that way. So okay, let's think about this. So as it moves around, it's recording behind it which ones it's hit, and it's doing that based on this timer. Wherever the hell that's gone. This one here. And what this is doing, this is getting the current index, the trail index, and it's using that if our update timer is at the right value. So let's check what our update. So our update timer says load our update timer, compare it with the reset value. If it's the same, in other words, we've just reset. Then we go to here, which means we would use the Y value. Otherwise, um, do a timer update. So we decrease the timer update. If it's still positive, we come to here. We don't need to do this bit. Otherwise, reset the timer. But either way, use a value bigger than the trail size. Okay. Because trail size is the last one in here, and I've deliberately added an extra one on the end so it doesn't get used. So if it's using that one, it doesn't actually update. It stores them in a temporary area rather than in the actual area that gets scanned by the display function. So then when we're displaying it, so when we're recording it, it records currently every fourth frame it records. Actually, let me put that down to 1. See what happens. And then in the trail index, it cycles through all the trails. Once it finds one it can display, it displays that, and then on the next frame, it carries on looking for the next one and the next one and the next one. So it's moving through, but it's moving backwards through the list. So they get added on forwards. So As it goes round, this becomes 0, this becomes 1. So when it goes to display, it displays this one, then this one, then this one, and then if another one's added on, so it's going to be displaying that way rather than that way. Should be fine. And then the frame gets counted down. Maybe it's the frame countdown. I'll check that in a second. God. I've got to make it start somewhere different just to make this bit quicker. Oh, you know the easiest way of doing this? Oh, the easiest way of doing this is... There we go. Just give myself the mace. Job done. Right. What's this? Interesting choice of tune. Don't give anybody ideas. Yes, they will be. The Tetris one is ridiculous. It's like 25 minutes long or something. It's crazy. This is a mad tune. Okay, let's think about this. So if I... The problem is by the time it's moved 3 spaces, it's going to be overriding, which is why I don't want to do it every frame, which is why this number needs to be higher. So I'm just going to start moving this number up and see what happens. So on 1, I couldn't see anything. I can't see anything. I like Nightwish. One of their oh, why have I not seen my... Seriously, have I got to go out of the screen and back in? One of their tunes is 21 minutes long or something like that. But then progressive rock is what they do, right? How have I not got the mace by doing that? That doesn't make any sense. Fine, fine. I'll play it normally then. To be fair, though, the 21-minute song is freaking epic, and it's kind of... It's done in it's done in acts almost, so it's not like it's the same couple of bars of music playing on and on. So it is quite... Well, it's prog rock. It's what you expect, really. Ghost Love Score is 10 minutes, but there's one called The Greatest Show on Earth, which is 21 minutes long, I think. Oh, it's just broken, that's all. That's why it's not working. Okay, let's put that back up, damn it. Told you, until I get this working, I'm not happy. It's just going to keep plodding along. Right, let's just see. So I set that to what? What did I break? Okay. I mean, I don't understand why that wouldn't work at all. They're good, aren't they? They're good. Their stuff is epic. That's what I like about it. It's easy to go down a rabbit hole with them. Very easy. But see, now why is that happening? Ah, damn it. I kind of had it and then I've kind of ruined it. But I ruined it because I know I can get it better, so I'm not satisfied with it. Does this just need to be really big? Is that what it is? It needs to be a larger number. What? Some numbers break it completely. It doesn't make any sense. Some numbers totally break it, and I don't get it at all. Okay, no, in there. Okay, let's go back to the normal way of doing these things with the frame timer. I had much better luck with that one. Okay, so I can get rid of that. It's code. It's not supposed to make sense. Good night, Richmond, mate. Yeah, I'm not feeling the tiredness today at all. Maybe I need more cider in me. Oh, what have I done? I've broken something. Let's go and actually shoot the thing. Maybe I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if it's no, it's not related to that at all. Oh damn it! What have I done? Okay, so the mace isn't even spinning around. So it's like this bit's broken. Uh, these should all be correct. This should be correct. Oh, frame time is being grabbed there instead of something that should be there. Oh, Jolly Jones. I'm going to open a new cider to celebrate that. Welcome, Jolly Jones. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone that's come along. How you doing? What have you been playing tonight? More C64? Of course you've been playing C64. Why would you play anything else? Rick Raiderus. Yeah, welcome along. So I'm Shallan. I do coding for C64 on Thursdays and Saturdays. I do Game Boy Z80 on Tuesdays, with a view to moving over towards the Mega 65 on what at least one of the streams in the week fairly soon. Hayes, hey Hayes. Um, yeah, and tonight we're working on Cecconoid, and I'm tearing my I would say tearing my hair out, but I don't have any hair. I'm losing the last few strands of hair over what should be a very simple area of the game. For some reason, it's causing me a nightmare. I'm just going to turn the trail off again for a second, just to see if it restores the rotation. I think it should do. Thanks for the shout out there, Andy. Okay, so yeah, so that's working. So it works until I turn the trail on. Then when I turn the trail on, it breaks. Okay, that's annoying. That is very annoying. Okay, there's a little glitch as we move into new screens because the drone isn't following us down, but that's fine. That can be fixed later. It's a polish step, I think. Everything else is looking all right though. Okay, okay. Oh, why is that flickering? That shouldn't be flickering. Is it the it's the multiplex, isn't it? Because if I move this down to the bottom, yeah, if I move it down to the bottom, it does weird things. Okay. Again, it's a polished step that can be done at a later day. It's kind of fine. So how do I do that stuff? Is it like rolling charts? Yeah, it's just a strip of it's a strip of 8 characters. It's not really rolling and just using them as a small 80 by 8 canvas and drawing the stars into it each frame. And then on the next frame moving them, and then it's not that easy to make it look more random. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. I need to figure out a better way of doing it because sometimes the patterns are different as well. So if I just started on this screen, thanks for the follow, Hitomo. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, he probably was gambling. Yeah. Anyway, it's randomized on compile time at the moment. I'm waiting for a good position of the stars, and then I'll save them. This is always quiet. This Sid. Uh, I'll knock up a little bit, but it's going to get loud when the next one comes on. It's always quiet. This one. It's because of all the samples in it. Oh, what's that happened? Hello. OBS is funny like that now and again. Extreme close up. Yeah, apologies for that. Apologies if you were eating there. Not the best sight to get. Okay, right. So the mace is going round. Let's work out why the trail is not working. So it's trail index display, and nothing in here touches anything in the other section. There is an RTS here, but it shouldn't affect display and anything else. Let's just add it all in, and then we'll if it doesn't work, we'll kind of pick it apart. You can see my beard hair. It's getting a bit itchy this again. It needs to be cut again soon. Yeah, see, look, it kind of screws up. Something goes wrong at this point. I'm not sure why, but something about this is kind of messing it up. Okay, so it should be grabbing a display index that is positive. Oh, wait, hang on. Otherwise, it's going to jump to here. Wait, hang on. This is all wrong. So it should be getting the trail here, the frame. And this should be here. No. No, hang on. This is right down here. Okay. Okay, so this is all kind of one section here, and that's okay. So get the index, display index, grab the frame that should be shown. Decrease our value. If we've hit 0, then exit. If we've not hit 0, we come to here. No, see, I feel like this should be. I feel like it's just missing a branch here. That's all. So branch plus food. I think that's the problem. I think it just wasn't. It was never actually finding the right frame because that routine was wrong. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we've got it working, but now obviously this trail is wrong. So let's have a look. So you can see it is drawing a trail, but it's very, very short behind it. It's not very long at all. So what we need to do is we need to increase the timer here first. Whatever that is now. Let's shrink all this down. That timer was here. There we go. So this is going to space out the frames. Should give us a tiny bit of a longer trail. It's not though, has it? It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Hasn't changed. I can't tell actually. Is there one? So no, there isn't one because I would expect there maybe to be one underneath here, but it's not. It's just showing this one, and then it's not showing the next one at all. Whereas what I would expect to see, in fact, we can take a look at the data in here, right? So we should see in the Maze Trail frame in here. So Mace Trail frame. Okay, so that is at 2CD2. Oop, where did that go? 2CD2. Okay. Yeah, see, look, it's showing 3 empty frames and then 1 frame at 2 here. So looking at that, what would happen? Okay, when it goes to display, it's this one here. Oh, this is just cycling through until it finds one, which means that's immediately disappearing. Ah, okay, that's the problem here then. Okay, it's easy. It was this section then. So what we need to do is third our display index. If it's positive, go to found, which is here. Don't need a refetch, but I do need to do this. Okay, so what I need to do, oops, is do the increment in here. Don't know what the X is for now at all up here, but I don't think it's needed. Yeah, it's not needed at all. Let's get rid of that. So now we're cycling through the frames. And then if that frame exists, we'll go to found, which we don't need to do anything here for. Otherwise, we can just RTS. Okay, I think that should work a little bit better. It's just thinking about I have to think about the problem in a slightly different way to what I was originally planning it to be. So that's fine, it's to be expected. Sometimes you think of an effect in your head and it doesn't quite work out the way you thought it was going to work out. You have to actually see it working to understand, and then you can kind of, from there, you can fathom a way to display it. See, now it's kind of leaving a trail, but now what it's doing, because we've been messing with the values, you can see what it's doing. Oh, still it's showing only one. Oh, no, it's... Okay, so we need to move them closer together, and now we need to do the actual frame values themselves. So it's here. So, and change this to 1. Ooh, what's that? C64 game as well. Oh, it's I don't know what it is. Well done. Thalamus. Yes, you should have got that one. Is this spitting image? Chicken song. Chicken in the air, sticker that you up your nose. Yeah, it is. It's still not doing the fade out. That's the bit that's bugging me now. But it definitely looks better now. Doesn't look, yeah, definitely looks a lot better now. I wish it would do the... Oh, actually, I wonder if I do... Oh! Just trying to think how to fade them out properly. Yeah, there's a trick here. I know there is. I'm trying to think how to do this. Hmm. Popcorn. I mean, it's not bad though. It's not bad. It's just not perfect. It's not what I want exactly. But I think it is displaying. So if I slow it right down to 10%, I think it is displaying at different positions away from the thing, just not as many as I would have thought. Maybe if I increase the trail size. Okay, let's try something. So I want to play around with the numbers now. So size is 4. A bit of Nemo. God, I keep forgetting to turn the speed back up. It's really irritating me. See, no, it just always feels like it's just one behind. It's not a trail. It's not a trail. It's only displaying the one. Okay, I need to check what's going on in. Wasn't that area, was it? Damn it. All right. 2CD2. It's not that value either, is it? Now it's changed. Must have done. 2CDE. Okay. Okay, so it's showing like 4 different frames. It's only ever shown one, so maybe. Okay, let me try something. I can't remember where we were up to with the game Saturday game now. I think we're just bug fixing, weren't we? Oh, that's what. Yeah, I had lots of bug fixes on the go. Okay, this feels different. Let's have a look in slow mo what it's doing. Ah, see, now it's moving out from the center. This is what I want. Okay, so now. Wait, is this skipping one in the middle somewhere? So when it's working out which one is the next index, it's grabbing it from here and using that. Yes, here. Okay. Okay, I think this might feel a little bit better now. Of course, it helps if it's actually valid code. So I'm probably not going to get time to do it on this stream, but the next stream will do the mace collision with the boxes and stuff. That feels better. That feels much better. Yeah, that does feel much better. Okay, now I can tweak the values until we get the feel exactly right, but that's not bad. It needs to change directions when we move, but we can deal with that shortly. The concept is correct now. So I'm going to shorten the trail ever so slightly. I think the trail size of 4 is too much. It needs to be spaced back one or something. Yeah, because the first one is right inside it there. So, okay. Or, or what we do is we increase the trail size instead, go up to like that, and get rid of the timer instead. Just trying all the different values until one works. This is, I'd be so annoying to work with on a big project. It just feels like it's not working. Like the trail is not. Oh, I don't know actually. Don't feel like they're getting. No, they're not getting smaller though now. But it does. It kind of feels nice, just not quite correct. Okay, now that's because what I'm doing now is always getting the next trail index, always updating. Let's just comment all that crap out. Just put a fresh one here. Whoops. Oh, damn it, you son of a bitch. I guess the frustrating thing as well is on stream, this probably looks more flickery than it really is as well. So it's hard for you to really see what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing though is it not getting smaller. It should be getting smaller every time it displays. Let's try with the. Let's try with it set to 3. Now we've just had that. You just missed it, Proton. Just missed it. And it won't let you. It won't let you cue the same tune twice within an hour. It's an anti-spam protection to prevent things like unentertainer getting played too much. Nah, it's not going to work either. All right, I think we're going to go back to the original thing. So it's going to be this stuff. Let's try 4 or 3. It's one of those sizes, kind of works. I should not have said on entertainer, should I? Damn it. Damn you all. Yeah, that'll do, I think. It kind of sticks with the theme of kind of fewer particles and actually doesn't look too bad. Actually, one sneaky thing I can do just to make it look a little bit longer, and it's going to increase the code slightly, but it should help the overall feel, which is before we do any of this addition and stuff here, I'm going to take the original position, so the last position that it was in, and store that. Because I think what this is going to do is it's going to just delay the appearance of those trails by 1 frame, which should, in theory, give us a slightly longer and less kind of busy trail around the thing. So not loading. That's what it looks like now. It's pretty decent. Hey, Proton. No, not bad, thank you. Does anyone know if Mayhem requires anything special to run on C64? It just needs a VSP safe machine. Yeah, there you go. That's better. That trail looks a lot smoother now. Doesn't look as busy around the. Cool. That's kind of what I was after. So you can see how this works. It's really simple. It's only displaying one sprite at a time, and that sprite is blasting out from the back of it like that. So it's following the path of where it's been, and actually it should be going slightly less than that as well, and it's not doing. I don't know why. I'll check that out in a second, but there should be a couple of frames of this, and it only seems to be showing 2 for some reason. But when sped up, obviously that all kind of blends together a little bit, and it creates the illusion that it's a bigger trail than it really is, which means we can use sprites for the multiplexer and other stuff as well. So, try playing on another night and discussed it with the red screen. Red screen is not something I would expect. What you would expect is for the machine to crash once you start playing. I know that the title screen uses VSP as well, so maybe there's something on the VSP. Yeah, I would recommend what Andy says. Take the same image that you've tried, just try it in an emulator first to see. You can also emulate the VSP bug in Vice as well. Where is it? It's in display. VSP bug emulation. There you go. So you go in Vic2 settings, you can turn the VSP bug emulation on. You can see what would happen if you have the VSP bug, so you can understand it. Basically what it is when you do the VSP trick, it causes some corruption in some of the registers. It's every register that ends in every memory address that ends in a 7 or an F can potentially be corrupted, and that of course can corrupt code, which in turn will cause CPU jam. So it could be that a red screen could happen with it, but I would expect you to at least see some of the game before that happened. Normally when I've seen it, I've seen it breaches usually. The game loads up fine. You go into the game is still fine, but then the moment you try and move, like scroll the screen, it just freezes, and I get CPU. But again, it can just be a CPU jam. It could be a redirection. It could be any sort of crap could happen, and it could be set in Vic modes, border colors, all sorts. So red screen is possible, definitely, but I would normally expect to at least see the game load up first. So okay, this is almost right. I just want to get the frame thing working. I'd like it to use all 3 frames instead of just the 2. So this is kind of worked out all right. It's taken a little bit longer than I would have maybe liked, but it's the cost of getting things exactly right, I guess. If you compare that to what we had an hour ago, it's much better. So okay, so frame. So here's where the frame is. But the frame is, first of all, it's stored here, and then a value is stored in this area here. So I would expect to see at least one frame with it displayed. However, the timer means it might not. So let's try slowing that timer down to 3 instead, which we need to do there, and we need to do it here. You might just need a little bit longer to display them all. Now, this is going to create a more flickery trail, but it might be a more complete trail. No, it's not more complete. It's more spaced out, if anything. But I think now it is actually hitting all the frames, annoyingly. Yes, it's hitting all 3 frames now. But notice how they're really far apart now. And they're really far apart because of... where is it? Well, because of this timer, basically. So I'm just going to put it back to 1. It's fine. Let's try changing the size. Maybe that will help. Just going to try a couple of more settings. I think we've got something decent here. But if I can use the last 10 minutes or so, 20 minutes, to get an even better version, then I will go for that. See, that actually doesn't look bad either. But I don't think it's hitting all the frames either, so it's not. But it actually doesn't look too bad. It's just looking on the stream. It's actually not as flickery on the stream as I thought, but it's definitely more flickery than it really is. It's less even on the stream. You can see the kind of frame jitter a bit more on the stream. I wouldn't request too many new tunes because I'm gonna end the stream at 1:30. So notice we've got 2 versions of Entertainer on there. Okay, I'm just gonna knock it down to 5. I think we only really need 2 frames on this animation, which is fine. I think this frame is kind of unnecessary, not needed. I'll leave it in just in case, because I don't want to have a weird case where I put some other like enemy or something in there, and then suddenly it's useful and appears at the end of the trail somewhere. Yeah, that looks good. I wish you could see it how I can see it. Maybe I'll take a video after the stream and post it on Twitter or something. It's pretty good. It feels solid. Do need to stop it doing that as we move between screens. So I'm going to make it disappear, I think, at that point. So that's easy enough. We'll do that in the clear sprites. Let's try and do that now, actually. Okay, so that will be in that one. Clear sprites. Clear sprites is in the multiplayer. Of course, it is. Makes sense. What's the multiplayer signal? What the hell is it? What's that? All right. Oh, it starts at 3, so you start at 2. It's actually going to turn the sprites off. I don't think that's actually going to turn the sprites off properly. I might have to actually add something in here to do that. Let's have a look. Oh no, it did turn off. Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh no, it didn't. See, it stayed on there. Yeah, it's still staying on, isn't it? So the Plexa is turning them off. The trails are obviously going to be wrong, so there's a few things that need to be done here. So so this would be. Oh, I love this version of the Star Wars theme. It's brilliant. Really, really good. Agonite Prince face. Oops. Okay, so this is really quite simple. Just gonna load. Cantina song. This needs to be frame left like that. Okay, that should clear the frames properly now. The annoying thing is, I think even if I do a video, I think Twitter will the compression from Twitter will screw around with the frame rate. It did on the Turrican video I posted. Well, I thought that was YouTube, but it'll be a similar sort of thing where the compression doesn't destroys the video sync that will be set up. I mean, I'll try, but we shall see. You just have to trust me; it does look better. Right? It looks quite spaced out on the stream. It looks more like a solid thing on here. No, it's still something is still screwing up. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set all of these. Also, the mace itself appears to be happening sooner than it probably should be happening. Send out videos on floppy disks. Thanks for the follow. Yes, game player. Welcome to the stream. It's the last 15 minutes of the stream anyway. Going to end soon. Still see it. Yeah, I do as well. I sometimes see the main thing. Vicody, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. As I say, though, we are approaching the last 15 minutes or so of the stream. It's been a bit of a slow one tonight, but it's still there. Why is it still there? Oh my god. Let's have a look at the order of things. That's probably the thing to look at here. Is there like a countdown when the screen has been entered? I did, yeah. I did mention it. Oh my god, so painful. So painful. So glad it's short. The mighty bog. Yes. Oh, it hurts my head. This is the reason there is a tune request limit. It's hard work, that tune. Okay, so what's going on? The screen is doing its movement. Might have to look at this on the next stream, I think. Oh, all right, proper version of it. So what's happening is this map loader is starting to load the map, and it's holding things in place. So it's holding the raster. In fact, it's switching to a different interrupt, so it can still fire the music. This is a really good version of this tune. Thanks, Licorice. uh, I'm just trying to work out if there is some kind of flag to say that the screen is being moved. I think there is. These things here. Because if these are happening, then we really shouldn't be displaying. We shouldn't be doing this mace update. So are we using that as a check anywhere? It doesn't look like we're using it as a check. Okay, let me try this. So we're not gonna. Oh, that was quick. You got that one, Haze, which is only Nintendo. I've got that as well. I've got that. Not hard to tell, but oh man, that's the worst color. I don't know if you can see that. It does say Mario Bros on it very faintly. In fact, I think I've got two copies of this. Yeah, for Australia, I do have a second copy as well. So if anybody does have a Famicom and wants a copy of of that Mario Bros, let me know. Free to a good home. Let me use it. Why was that not loading there? Ooh, pardon me. Yeah, see, now it's not displaying at all, which makes me think that the. Oh no, it should be there. It should be that way around. That's why. think this is it. I think this is the last thing I'm going to do tonight. I've got quite a long meeting tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to. Oh, see, look now the scroll counter is like, what is it actually doing now? So what does it think? I was hoping that would be something that told me that the screen is scrolling, but obviously it's not. It's not a reliable. It's not reliable. Let's have a look what scroll counter is actually. 3A71. All right. Yeah, to it. Yeah, see, it's not what I thought it would be at all. So I'm trying to figure out if there is a way. There's got to be a way of working out if the screen is moving or not. It seems crazy that I wouldn't put that flag in there. But I'm not seeing it though, that's the thing. Font index, font pointer, current screen. See, none of these jump out. But there has to be something because it stops you from controlling the player, right? So there is definitely something which says, okay, we're yeah, look, scroll. Oh, look here. Scroll map, frame exit. Yeah, so we shouldn't be doing any of this. None of this should be happening. So actually, that yeah, there's something else weird going on here, and I'm gonna have to leave that for now. I think we'll have to figure out what it is. There's a few places where things do display at weird times, moving between screens. So we'll try and figure that out probably at the polish stage, I guess. I'm happy with the feel of that now, so I'm just gonna go and grab it and see what it feels like to grab the mace properly through normal play, and then I'm gonna call it a night. And then I think on the next stream we'll do the collision of the mace with the scenery. It should be relatively easy to do. It doesn't have to be amazing collision detection. We can just do basic kind of one square collision. Just check the middle of it basically. Uh, yeah, I guess you could check the leading edge of it or something, but nah, the middle will be fine. Doesn't have to be super spot on. See how it feels anyway. And we'll try and make it change directions as well when we move. Yeah, cool. So then what you do this, blast these barrels here, which actually we can use. We have a square root routine that we can use, which would be enough for this. We just work out the screen position of this, and the position of any other character on the screen, basically. A destructible thing. Then we could do that. It should be easy enough. Okay, cool. And it kind of looks all right over there. I mean, it doesn't have the black outline on it, but that would have been way too much to add that on at the same time. I mean, there is an argument where you could say, well, it's moving so fast. Why don't we alternate between a black outline and the white thing? But you wouldn't actually see it on over this. All you would see is the black outline, if that makes sense. Because you'd never see them both at the same times, and the persistence wouldn't go. The visual persistence wouldn't be enough to display white on a black background. So, but yeah, this feels pretty good now. It's the last weapon really. All the other weapons are kind of in place. We've got double shot. I think this is lasers here. Oh no, it doesn't have anything in it. That's right. Start putting the actual things in. but lasers work as well. I'm not sure if triple lasers work. I haven't tried that. Can't remember if I did it. I think I did actually. Okay, let's find someone to raid. Who is around? No problem. No problem. What's that? I don't even know what that is. Okay, don't know that. Don't know what that is. Oh yeah, protons though. Let's go and raid proton. Cool. Right. Yeah, cool. Thank you for the follow, Kushildet. I'm just finishing though now, so we're going to go and raid. Another C64 programmer demo coder called Proton. I'm going to drop off straight away though, but say hello to him for me, and I shall see you all on Saturday. Take care, guys. See you Saturday.